Nerd Sophisticate here with my review of Red Barrel's Outlast for the PC. Outlast is currently out as a downloadable title for Windows and the PS4. I got my copy of Outlast via Steam for $9.99, which was half off the original price of $19.99. Currently, for the month of February 2014, you can get Outlast free with PS Plus for the PS4, so I definitely recommend you go check it out. Outlast is a new survival horror IP that puts you in the shoes of an investigative reporter checking out some abuse allegations at a mental institution. The key gameplay element in Outlast is the fact that you are only armed with a handheld video camera and cardio. No guns, axes, knives, or even fists can be used by a reluctant protagonist. Outlast starts right out of the gate in a dreary mood, throwing you straight into a foreboding dark and stormy night. You quickly realize that there's no keyboard or controller mapping to punch or shoot. I'll admit that this design decision alone scared the crap out of me. All I had at my disposal was a small handheld video camera that had the ability to turn on the night vision. See, the caveat with the night vision is that it quickly drains the camera's battery, and, as you will soon discover, spare batteries are a rare commodity in Outlast. The game worlds in Outlast are dark and purposefully poorly lit, which would require you to bring up your night vision camera just to navigate the asylum's corridors. Don't be tempted to turn up the game's gamma. Follow the instructions in the setup and make sure you have it calibrated properly. Otherwise, you might lose a bit of that dreary effect. So in Outlast, the scares await you in every dark corridor. I'm not exaggerating when I say that I jumped back in my chair a few times, and honestly, I had to take a few breaks from the game as I found it to be a bit too intense at times. I mean, that's not a bad thing though, unless you have a problem with involuntary bowel movements. Outlast is hands down the scariest game I've played in years. When you're not given an opportunity to fight back, you quickly realize that your chances of survival have dropped quite significantly. The graphics in Outlast are top-notch. I played the game on my PC with my monitors configured in Infinity mode. I'm running it on a i7-3770K with an AMD Radeon 7870 Tahiti LE. Running it in Infinity really brings the immersion level up, but this game will scare you even if you're playing on an old crappy 15-inch CRT. It just looks great. The film grain look when your character uses the camera, it's a great touch, along with the heads-up display that the camera shows while you're using it. It looks pretty awesome, man. It really brings you into the game. The character models of the patients are also quite gruesome. At times, the characters and the violent animations remind me of this old Xbox 360 game called Condemned Criminal Origins. If you haven't played it, I suggest you check that out too. Although I will say that seeing a naked guy wielding a giant knife with his dong hanging out totally made me laugh at first, but for the most part, the character models and animations were quite unnerving. I won't spoil anything for you, but just take some time to soak in your surroundings when you encounter groups of these psychos. Oh, and as you can see on the screen right now, this is what the night vision looks like. It's still pretty terrifying. You have this kind of a tunnel vision effect going on. The sound is also quite amazing. All the ambient sound effects, the strange, eerie music, even that sound while you're hiding in a closet or under a bed. You can totally hear your character shaking and whimpering uncontrollably. And the sounds of these psychopaths roaming the asylum and talking to themselves will also totally chill you. Straight to the bone. So take some time to listen to what they have to say, as it really adds to the immersion of the game. So my only real gripe with the game itself was the lack of real puzzle solving. At times, Outlast evolved into these murderous fetch quests where you're just running around dodging psychos. I mean, they turned into these really tense hide-and-seek games, but I felt as though they were a little too straightforward and too frequent. Yeah, okay, that part scared the crap out of me. Some other users complained of the short length of Outlast. I don't really see that as a problem, as I clocked in just under 4 hours. Well, the game itself doesn't have much replay value, but for a game that's about as long and as expensive as 2 movies in the theater, I can't complain about the value at all. I'd actually rather have 4 hours of intense, frightening gameplay than a long, confusing game with rare bursts of pure fright. So I highly recommend Outlast to anyone who's looking for a good scare. Go play it alone in a dark room. Just don't get upset when you wet your pants and your wife, girlfriend, or mom laughs at you for crying like a little baby. So yeah, don't get mad when you see some things that can't be unseen. I warned you. So go ahead and enjoy the rest of this gameplay intro. Let's let you watch and see how badly you can get scared from a video game. Go ahead and enjoy.
I see. Merciful God, you have sent me an apostle. Guard your life, son. You have a calling.